back, my lovely darlings, to my channel. Today we're going to talk about another fantastic lady, Iris Apfel. She's an American businesswoman, interior designer and fashion icon. And she's even in business with her husband Carl from 1950 to 1992. Maybe you recently heard about her because she actually had a birthday and this was like a really round number of 100 years old, which is really fantastic because she is such a a fashion icon, as I'm saying, that seeing this kind of ladies who have through whole their life encourage other people to dress a little bit different, a little bit more like, would say obviously bold, but also dress like how you feel inside, then I think this is going to be really nice to talk about her today. So as I said, she actually born 29th of August 1921. So imagine that, it's like, it's just mind-blowing really. And I want to talk about her. Obviously her style is very I would say maximalist rather than minimalist, so you're going to see a lot of crazy, I would even say, outfits that some of you might think they are not necessarily elegant, but I would say it's still worth it to talk about her because she is a lot of things to say, and I want to tell you about things she said, tell you I think there's no other sample than ladies that are a little bit older and we can take some kind of knowledge from them because obviously they live through the life, they experience things, bad and good one, and I think it's really nice to chat as well about those ladies who give you advice, and you can maybe it's going to shake your head a little bit. Maybe you're going to think, aha, you know what, she's actually right, I never thought about this in that particular way. So I think it's good to talk about ladies that are any age, because some of the ladies maybe are our age, some of them are younger, some of them are older, but there's always something we can take from them. With first thing what she actually said, it's and it is right, she is right about this. Life is great and dull. You might as well have a little fun when you dress and amuse people. And she is right about this, that life can be sometimes grayish. It can be sometimes, you can have this kind of feeling that you're going nowhere, or nothing is changing, or nothing is going the direction you really want life to go. And adding a little bit even color to your outfit can really change how you feel and how other people as well look at you, So for that reason, I agree with her that color can really give you as well a lot of positive energy. And it's not only about color of your clothes, it can be color of your house, color of your interior house, bedroom, or whatever color you like really. It can be something, a simple thing like buying a diary in the color you really like, and it brings you this kind of passion and gives you this kind of positive energy. It might be blush pink, it might be gold, it doesn't really matter what color it is, but knowing knowing what kind of colors you like and surround yourself with those colors as well, it's good for your well-being. Some people like beige, some people like blue, some people like black colors around themselves, and some people like to have really bold and strong colors because that just bring them up, give them more energies. You need to really know yourself, and you really need to know how you want to as well live, because when you actually surround yourself with color you like, this kind of little thing can really help you be more happy, small, really small things. But living in the, let's say, house that you don't really like and every wall is the color that you really hate, it would be miserable. So you can as well think about this opposite direction. If you're going to actually have a house that has the color through it that you really love, it's going to help you be as well like your life and like your even surroundings even more. When it comes to Iris Apfel, she obviously has this kind of career as an interior designer, and she even was working with a White House through 9 different presidencies. This is quite impressive as well, I think, so it's worth it to mention that. And obviously when you look at her, you see the boldness, you see this kind of very a strong personality, but also personality that it's not scared to show who she is. We talk about ladies like this already, you know, younger ladies, but I think what is really great about her as well now when she's actually older is that she didn't lose that, you know, she didn't lose this kind of vibrancy through her life. Even her husband, you know, he dressed maybe not so vibrant like her, but many times you can see he has this kind of more flamboyant style as well. Very, very creative couple, I would say. And with her, you know, outfit with layers of different maybe accessories, because she loves jewelry, lots of different type of jewelry. It just shows you that even though she is now a more mature woman, she still have this kind of vibrancy, and she still have this kind of very colorful soul. And she didn't like, lots of ladies when they're going to be 70s, 80s, 90s, and even now 100, they was already stop thinking about this. They maybe would still enjoy doing that, but they don't do that anymore. They more like grannies, and nothing wrong about that, don't take me wrong, but I really appreciate that there are as well women who are bold, who still have this kind of passion for life and still want to show their personality through the fashion. And she is a fashion icon after all, so it's just really, really great. And also the last thing, what I said about those older ladies, that they're growing and they lost this kind of vibrancy through their life. She said something that is actually, I think, very much connected to that. And this was about aging. I never felt pretty. I don't feel pretty now. I am not a pretty person. I don't like pretty. So I don't feel badly. And I think it worked out well, because I found that all the girls I know who got by on their looks, as time went on and they faded, they were nothing, and they were very disappointed. So as you're growing, you know, and obviously you're going to have wrinkles, you're going to get mature, and you're going to look different than in your 20s basically. And a lot of women get this kind of feeling that they are not beautiful anymore, you know. They were feeling like maybe they were beautiful in their 20s, 30s, but when the 40s came, sometimes even like think like kids came, you know, you're getting a little bit maybe bigger, and this is also about taking care of yourself, don't take me wrong, but it is very popular that women, when they're getting older, they might have this kind of feeling of disappointment, that they are not what they were before, you know. And it's time just fly like this, you know, especially when you have a kids. You can see how year after year after year you're just flying. And then you're waking up one day and it's just, you're just like 50, and you are like you completely forget, okay, so the beauty is like, I'm out of this, you know, this is not my life anymore, like I'm not beautiful anymore. But you could be beautiful. You also could accept yourself, your character, and still be something more than just a beautiful woman as well. What she said, when you are somebody like myself, in order to get around, be attractive, you have to develop something, you have to learn something, you have to do something, so you become a bit more interesting. And it is true as well, I think, because when you are an interesting person, people don't really care how you look as well. They just want to be around you because there's always something going on around you, and they want to be part of this energy. But being just a beautiful woman, it's just not enough, you know. And I feel like obviously it's lovely to have a beautiful face, it's lovely to be you know, have a beautiful features of your face, and liking yourself as well. And obviously it's important to think about yourself as a beautiful person, but not only in the categories of beautiful face, but also about your character, about your about being, let's say, kind, being a person that can guide other people, being a person who can do maybe some kind of changes in other people lives, you know. So there are things that are more important than just a beautiful face, and sometimes we can forget about that, especially now in this kind of time when you're surrounded by pictures from everywhere and people live their beautiful life online, you know, and they have a beautiful faces, and they have a beautiful cars and beautiful houses, and everything is beautiful. But in life, actually, something more important is to be actually interesting, be interested in your life as well, and be something little bit more, you know. And what she's saying here, that she has this kind of, you know, she through her life, and you know, she's experienced woman, she's 100 years old, so she saw stuff through her life. She discovered that ladies losing that, those beautiful ladies, they're losing this kind of part of themselves because they're not beautiful anymore when they are 50s. Like they don't look the same when they were like 20s, and they never discovered this kind of interesting thing about themselves. So that's just something a little bit sad as well. But I'm just talking about this to encourage you to look for this kind of interesting, something that really makes your heart, you know, alive, something that when you actually do it, you are very, very happy and you are excited, because being interesting is more important than just being beautiful. According to Apfel, what is quite important as well is to have a great personal style, knowing yourself. So having a style that actually represent who you are. You might not be a really, really colorful person and bold person like she is, but knowing that maybe you are more like a cozy person, or maybe you like to be more black and white person, you know, more minimalistic, more muscular, whatever it is, you know, that makes you happy and makes you wake up even more like excited about the day because you're going to wear something that it's in your style. This is, I think, very, very important. She's also saying that it's important to stay curious about the fashion and about the style, trying new things, and maintaining a sense of humor about who you are as well. When it comes about this kind of style advice, she's saying that cultivating your style is a process of trial and error. You find out who you are, what looks best on you, what to avoid through this process. And for example, she said that Chanel, like a suit, is beautiful staple when it comes to the fashion, but it's just not for her. She like to have a Balenciaga like balloon jacket, and that just makes her more feeling like herself. And that's what I mean, you know, that's there will be some things that even I'm talking here on this channel that might not be for you, but finding actually what works for your like style is the most important, you know, because obviously we all like different things, but style can really as well, and fashion can really as well like give you more happiness to the life, especially if you really enjoy that. If you really enjoy to dressing nicely, then obviously finding what works for you, it's just the most important. So it's saying that she like a lot of extreme cuts, something that is going on, something a little bit different, but she's not really a person when it comes to embellishment. So she doesn't like that, you know. So she knows what she likes, she knows what she doesn't like, and that's what she includes in her everyday looks, basically. I mean, with another point of her like advice when it comes to style, she's saying as well that I think jewelry is the most transformative of all accessories, and by changing the kind of jewelry you wear with a little black dress, you can go from day to the night, you know. And I agree with that as well. You can have a little bit more like a evening jewelry, something maybe more gold or silver, and it's going to be more like a nighttime, but you can go for something that is a little bit more like a, or even avoid any jewelry and still wear black dress to, let's say, work or something, you know. I am obviously more a minimalistic person, so I'm going to always sometimes take off rather than add more, but with her you can see she is maximalist, she is adding more. She even said that it's like her famous quote, more is more and less is bore. So if she adding more and more, she feels like it's just more exciting, but if she takes stuff off, and then she feel like it's just not enough and it's too boring for her, you know. But that's fine, you know, everybody is different, and I think whatever makes person happy, this is just the most important. Okay, ladies, this was that's it for today about Iris Apfel. I think she's very, very interesting lady, and she obviously has kind of very bold, very like flamboyant, but even to this kind of extreme, I would say, style, which really makes her an interesting person, especially her age as well. I don't know, but it's something really, really cute as well about ladies that are this age, and like this age, you know, not many people are actually 100 years old, but let's say 70 and above, they are still enjoying fashion, they're still going for it, and they are not scared, you know. I think this is just something really, really great, and I love this kind of older ladies doing that. So for that reason, I think it was great to talk about her as well, and knowing about her, and you know, she's a style icon. and like other style icons, you know, not many of them, they live to this kind of age when they can actually give advice to younger generations, to be curious, to be always bold, to be always, you know, believing in yourself and just represent, you know, choosing the fashion, the style that represent you and your like inside. I think this is quite important as well, and she's talking about this quite a lot as well, that there's this kind of importance of telling other generations to not be scared, you know, and I think that's really, really brilliant and really, really lovely. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave it a thumbs up. I made other videos about elegant ladies, even flamboyant ones, so if you want to have a look, I have a playlist. I'm going to put a link on the top. You can check this one out as well. See you in the next video.